Here, look, I too would like to welcome the Minister to the House, and I very much welcome this debate and note that our own Irish Human Rights Commission, then chaired by a former leader of this House, Dr Maurice Manning, with the active participation of Professor Gerard Quinn of NUIG, played a significant role in conjunction with many NGOs in the area in the drafting of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. It was the first time a United Nations Convention was drafted with the direct involvement of those actually concerned, and this happened by conforming to the principle of nothing about us without us. Ratification of the Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities is of major importance for the Government, and I hope that the last remaining major roadblock, the passing of the Assisted Decision-Making Capacity Bill 2013, will not take much longer. It is a very complex piece of legislation, and such capacity infrastructure is very recent in other jurisdictions. Minister Shatter is to be commended for publishing this legislation 6 years since it was first mooted by the previous government. It is 8 years since the Convention became open to signature, and I am hopeful that this government will be in a position to finally ratify it during its lifetime. A personal assistance service, as outlined in the motion, would be in line with Article 19b of the Convention and would support living and inclusion in the community. The autonomy and participation of those with disabilities in our community is vital. We have for far too long in this country seen those who were somehow classed as different being shut away. For decades, our mental hospitals were filled with those who, for one reason or another, were not considered worthy of participation in society. A service, as outlined here, would ensure that an individual exercises choice and control over his and her life and contribution to the community, and is reflective of the relevant human rights principles. The individual is encouraged and facilitated to pursue educational opportunities and meaningful activity or employment that suits his or her age, needs and preferences. They are supported in becoming an active citizen and in participating in community recreational activities and can avail of travel opportunities. I note that the Disability Federation of Ireland has said that the PA service has and continues to form the backbone of community services and supports that enable people to live independently in the community, supporting people's choice and control. It allows people to engage more equally with family members, their community and with their employers. The Disability Federation report on personal assistance is a very comprehensive and balanced document outlining the challenges and changes required for such a service. Whereas there is no doubt that the personal assistance service and centres for independent living are vitally important, I note from various research that there is no defined understanding as to what constitutes a personally assisted decision or service, and the need to perhaps define that in statute. In my view, that is something that should be pursued in order to provide a consistent service to those with a disability. And finally, I would like to commend my Labour colleagues for putting forward this motion, and I am delighted to fully support you.